Right, lads, you know who this is here. The outfit in our gym went to court there a few days ago, and when we went into the court, you Steen Lappy, you were there, and you had a crowd of the burkes with you. I didn't see the point in that, John. We all having the crowd there. But the boys into court, what would you want a crowd there for? What would a crowd do? What could a crowd do outside the court surrounding the guards? Not one thing. Do you know what I mean? Not one thing can happen. That's why Jim and Martin went in by themselves. Because nothing would happen. Do you know, nothing can happen. Because we're in court. So they wasn't bothered who would be there, who wasn't be there. They were going in anywhere. But you, John, you were afraid to go in by yourself. You had to bring a crowd with you dirty shine nappy fool ya. You had to bring a crowd with you. You're afraid to go in by yourself, wasn't you? Wasn't you shy hole, wasn't you? The Burksmen, they said they were there because they thought there was a crowd there. No, there was no crowd there. And there's no crowd going to be there because we didn't need them. We didn't need them. We're going to court. But listen, lads, let you not think for 1 second that we haven't got a crowd to stand with us. You don't think we're Barton fools, do you? You think we're Barton innocent people or nothing, or something, that you can all jump on the bandwagon whenever you feel like it and think that you're involved in that and we put have no one behind our back. So you don't think we're all Barton history, do you? We all have people that can stand with us and go to a place with us if we need them. If we need them, if push comes to shove, if we need them. But at the minute we don't feel we need them, but we have them if we need them. Do you understand that? You, Paddy Burke, as well. Willie Burke's Paddy, you were there as well. You were there as well. You, another fella jumped on the bandwagon as well. You were there. The old fella was hotting you around the place. Things was perfect with you. He was chatting away normal. But you had to go to Easter as well, hadn't you? You, another fella jumped on the bandwagon. You must think there's food right in our forest like that we have no one, do you? You're dirty idioty. You're dirty fucking idioty. You shine happy, curly hole, diary hole. You were afraid to go by yourself. That's why you brought a crowd with you. You're dirty curly fool. Now, we put the box fight there last Wednesday, or the win before, whatever, how long it was. Last Wednesday, last Wednesday. And we put actually out. And we actually out, but the two of the boys went out there, you know, went out there the night before that. And you were doing no fighting. You said you're doing no fighting. That you'll tell us when you see you, you'll do this and you'll do that and you'll break this and you'll break that. And you're basically doing no fighting. You're dirty, cowley, scummy scruff because you wasn't able. That's why you wasn't doing it. There's an issue with me and you, Mike, that will never, ever, ever be over till the day I die for the name that you called. Never over. Never, ever be over. And I'm pretty sure anyone that hears this fucking tape will understand why and will understand what I'm saying is correct. Now, but what we'll do is this. The rest of us. We'll all get a few fights going, lads. We'll all get a few. At the end of the day, it's a new year, starting off a new year. So I'm giving the best option that's for everybody now at the minute, right? There's nothing done to no one yet. So it's the best thing to do from both sides. We'll get a few fair fights going. If you all need a few weeks, a few months, with any side need from both sides, we'll get it. We'll drop down kicking money and we'll fight and we'll shake hands and we'll forget it after that. Everybody can do their own old thing then. But with me and you, Michael, is a terrible issue with me and you. That's not going for me and you now. That's me and you have an issue and it'll be never over. But I'm saying for the rest of us around the place, that's picking the nip and arguing and fighting and saying they're involved in this thing and this way and all old carry on. That'll be all over and done with then. There'll be no one then involved in nothing. And it'll be all over and done with it. Everybody can get on their life and their own thing. And I think it's the best way over it. Before anything happens. Because what's going to happen over this jail. And another thing, only going to be jail over it. So to avoid all of that, we'll throw those few clouts. If we need a few weeks, a few months, as I said, we'll get them. We'll drop down the kicking money in the next day or two. And we'll just get the fights over and done with. You, Willie Burke's Paddy, I want to fight you because you were there yesterday as well. You decided to jump on the bandwagon and you said, I'm going as well, I'm getting involved. You done that as well. Thought you were a bit of a kid. But there's a fight there of you as well, yeah? A fight there of you as well. My Martin, you Jim. My John and you John, because you were there yesterday giving you the going out as well with your green face now. Your green face now, and you're shoveling him out now, giving your going out yesterday as well you were. There's a fight there for you. You Jim, but my Martin, and me and you Paddy Burke, Willie Burke's Paddy. Now, the rest of our boys will be getting back at you. Who do you want to box? And the money we get left down, lads. We'll fight and we'll shake hands and that's it. Is that the best for us? Now, people can say to me, I'm this and I'm that. How do I say it? Cowardly. No, listen, anybody knows me, I'm far from that. Far from that. I wouldn't give a two shite what happened. I'm far from that. But I'm saying there's a lot of picking it around the place and you're not talking to him, he's not talking to you, and we're arguing with him and he all out a bit of a mix. So we can solve all that by having a few clouts. There's none of us killers and there's none of us not have to fight either. Right? We're all at the hold of hands up and throw for clouts, but we're not killers. So what we'll do is we'll drop down a few pounds, kicking money. We'll get a few weeks, a few months if we need them. Some of the crowds are going to need them. And we'll drop down the kicking money so there's nowhere over it. We'll fight. We're all big, strong men from both sides. We'll fight and we'll get it over and done with that. And the issue then, Michael, is left between me and you to sort our own issue out when we see each other. It's never over with me and you, yeah? So I think that's the best of our lads. And if you're agreeing with that, now don't go back up in tape saying, all right, if you start going back up in tape making excuses, we're not there, well, that means you're not fighting again, and you're afraid to fight in the story, right? You, Johnny Katie's fellas, I can see you doing it because you're afraid of your life. You're afraid of your life. I can't see the books getting back up with serious now because at the end of the day, you're all big, strong boys. They will have to fight. Come out and have a few close lads. And we'll shake hands, and that's over and done with then. Because at the end of the day, lads, this is a McDonough and Keenan argument. It has been for the last 7 or 8 years. I don't see the sense in everybody else getting involved. Now, it shows my children and it shows my lovely sister that I'm not bothered or anybody worried about anyone getting involved. And take that from me, right? But I'm just saying, because we ought to get people involved if we need it, right? But I don't see the point of it because there's nothing done to no one. So before anything like that happens, we'll have those few clouds, we'll shake each other's hands and forget about it, and that's over and done with then. And then the issue is back down to me and you, Michael, we sort our own thing out when we see each other. At least that way they know, looking over our shoulders, that's back around here, and having a fight, because we all over and do it. Until the fight's in as well, there'll be no picking it around the road and carrying on. The days of the fights to come, we'll go out and fight, and that's over and done with then. And then the issue is back to me and Michael, we sort our own thing out when we see each other. Our boys will be getting back into you, who do you want to fight? And if you want to accept them, accept them. If you don't want to, whoever you want to fight, lads, just say, I'm not fighting. I'm not able to fight. Because if you're not fighting, there's only one reason why you're not fighting, because you're not able to fight. If you're not able to fight, lads, there's no shame to say you're not able to fight. So I'm not fighting, that's it. And you're over it. And the next fella to fight then, and that's it, yeah, the next fella, but I'd have to fight, 100% fact. There have to be one of you there to fight me. That's a fact, that'll have to happen. So, you, Paddy Burke, Willie Burke's Paddy, I'm calling you out for being there yesterday and sticking your nose into it as well when it's fuck I got to do with you. Anybody hear those tapes can understand that I'm saying what I'm saying here is right. You'll have to fight. And we'll all fight, lads, and forget about after that. And then, as I said again, I don't want to keep repeating myself like a parrot. It back down to me and Michael, and it's never over me and Michael, we sort our own issue out. At least that one in, and everybody can get on to life. If you agree with me, lads, get back up and just burn your seed your tape. Here's our few pound down, here's our fair play, man. I accept all the challenge I was selling for, and we'll fight and we'll leave it at that. Now, the one that doesn't do that, and if any serious bad luck or trouble or jail comes over it, you're yourself to blame for it. Because trust me, lads, trust me, I'm more than yourselves. I swear my sister's life, we're far from retarded and far from fools. Take that from me. Well, you know that. We all have people that stand behind our back if we need them, but we don't see the point in it or the sense in it, because there's nothing done or said to no one yet. So there's no need for that. So the best way to solve it is what I'm saying. Get back at me, lads, I agree with that. And again, I said the boys will be getting back at for dear fellas, that's who they're fighting. But I can only call for a few fellas that I know who'd be sitting for. It's me and you, Paddy, Willie Burke's Paddy. It'll be my fella Martin and you, Jim. And my John and you, John, because you were there yesterday, your fork came out in the green face when you were going out as well. There's fight there for you as well. And the rest then will be picking their own fellas out. And drop the money down and get that out of the way. And then it's back down to me and you, Michael, so rolling out when we see each other. That's the best round over, lads. At least that one then, everybody can get on to life. So let me know what's the story there and we'll go from there.